Thank God for my refund.
It's a trap!
Okay, guys. I hate to do this. I hate to do it. I don't want to. But I have to work. You guys feel that? This feels like the end of the journey. We're in the end game now. So nervous about how this game's going to end. I'm okay with it being bittersweet, though. I really feel like this is a one-way trip for Ellie. And I don't want it to be.
Holy. Abby? Help me. Please. It's you.
That's her? That's what she looks like with all her hair, like, cut?
Abby. I got you. I got you. They're both this way.
Ha. Ha ha. Ha. First thing I did was try to hold the trigger down. Game won't let me. Ha. Come on. Man. There's the boat. This is it. This is it. Remember your roots. Remember who
I can't
raised
let
you,
leave.
saved your life.
I'm not doing this.
Who's the one who took the man away from you?
No. I'm not gonna fight you. Yes, you will. He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
Come on! Fuck the audio. I don't care about the audio. Oh, jeez. Come on! I want you to hit me. Come on. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. I want you to hit me. Come on. Come on. I want you to do it. I want you to do it. Come on, hit me. Oh, I want you to hit me. Come on. Don't miss. Finish it. End it. Damn it! Oh, come on. So what, I can't dodge anymore? Oh, come on. And of course she goes for thirds now. Now she's into the thirds. 1, 2, 3. This is brutal. many buttons. I'm just fighting. Do it. Do it.
Go. Just take him.
Okay. Well, we all know that the only reason why Ellie spared her is because they wrote Abby in as one of the playable characters. If you cut out, if they had cut out all of the Abby stuff, and it was just Ellie, and you only played as Ellie in the game, you would have killed Abby by the end of the game. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Oh no, Ellie. She's like, oh, I fucked up. Oh, the payoff is getting worse. This ending is getting worse. This is not a great ending. Seriously, Deanna? Wow. I was about to say, if I saw the credits roll right there, I would have fucking lost it. I would have lost it. I would have been like, no, 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 no. You're not gonna fucking depress the fuck out of me. That was sad. Oh, did they talk after the party?
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
Those people that came through last week.
Oh.
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No,
He's like,
no, that was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
You're such an asshole.
way to play it safe.
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital. My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
I mean, if she was, this all would have been solved if she was conscious when the decision was made and it was her decision to make.
I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
So those were the last words they ever said to each other. tripping, or are those two strings blue? Wow. So, in that moment right before Abby was about to die, Ellie had that little flash of Joel sitting there with the guitar on the porch, and then in that moment she just decided to spare Abby. And then they show you what actually happened in that little flash, and that moment clearly shows you that if it had been Ellie's decision to make, she would have gone through the surgery and she would have sacrificed herself. And she's upset that Joel took that opportunity away from her, because even though she technically didn't make the decision herself, so it's not that she spared Abby because she thinks that Abby killing Joel was justified. I don't think that was it. She remembered that the people that Joel had wronged with the Fireflies, they weren't truly bad people. Though I still would have killed her, okay? Like, she tortured Joel. She tortured him. If she just, like, shot him in the head, that would have been different, okay? But she beat him slowly for Lord knows how long he was getting beat. Enough where he wasn't even able to, like, speak or move. Like, I want to say that this story was bad, but at the same time, I want to say that this story was amazing. I personally hate the fact that she was spared at the end. I don't like that. I don't think that's how it should have gone. But at the same time, I didn't want Joel to get tortured and killed within the first 2 hours of the game, and then you only get to interact with him in flashbacks after that. Like, the flashbacks were amazing though. Scene in this game was the flashback of Ellie and Joel going to the zoo. The story's pretty solid. Like, the plot in the story it actually makes sense as a whole. And but I mean, to be honest, the levels that I played as Abby, the beginning ones, like day 1 and day 2, those were those were okay. You were kind of just going around and you were just basically doing typical, it was pretty straightforward stuff. And then it got crazy when I had to go down into the hospital. But that ended up being an absolute waste of time, because the reason why I went down into the basement and had to fight that giant behemoth thing was to get surgery stuff so that Mel could cut off that chick's arm. But that chick ended up dying within an hour of me playing later. So I went through all that stress just to have the character I was grabbing all that stuff for die later on. It's like, come on, you're wasting my time. But other than that, like, it made sense story-wise. The Ellie stuff was good. I think overall my favorite parts were the flashbacks with Joel. I'd say my most favorite part was Ellie first encountering the scars. And you're just like, I was like walking and I just see like the lynched body hanging from like the post or whatever. And I just hear like this really distant like. And I'm like. And then all of a sudden, get popped right in the shoulder with an arrow and I had to yank it out. I was like, ooh. Like the scars, honestly, my favorite parts of the game weren't just the Ellie parts, but any parts with the scars. When the scars were like the enemies. The scars were insane. There's some of like the best enemies I've ever, like the most terrifying human AI enemies I've ever had to face in a video game ever. Like the scars, there was something about them that just terrified. Like, what a depressing ending. I hope there's a third. Like, they better make a third. Please make a third. Because I don't think this game wasn't bad. This wasn't a bad game by any means. It was not. It was actually a really good game. Like gameplay wise, like yeah, I raged a lot, but that's just because I'm ass, bro. Like I'm putting that out there. I've said it many times before, but I even have the title of one of my videos, I'm bad at the game. Like I'm just bad in general. So when I rage, it's just because I'm well aware that I'm bad at the game. But story wise, like I was hearing about how everyone hated the game, and like I was seeing the signs, and I was seeing the things that I could just tell that those were the things that people hated, and I was just trying to just ignore the fact that I knew that that was what people probably hated, and I just wanted to absorb all the information in the story as neutral as possible, while also but at the same time, I don't want to like hide my emotions. I don't want to hide like any genuine reactions to things, which I think I did a good job at not hiding how I felt about a lot of things in the game. So was the payoff good? Almost. I'm calling it bittersweet because it was written really well. It's like the opposite of the ending of Game of Thrones. It was a shitty ending, but it actually makes sense. Like this ending was shitty and bittersweet, but story-wise, it was written incredibly well and it makes sense. Game of Thrones Season 8, shitty ending, bittersweet, but it was written terribly. I sensed no character assassinations, other than Joel literally being assassinated, and Jesse. And Dina kind of got character assassinated at the end because she bailed on Ellie. She kind of just gave up on her, which, I mean, actually, no, not even that. That one makes sense, too. It's tragic, but it makes sense. That's the thing. Like, that sucks. Like, why would Dina do that? She would leave my girl, take the baby, and just leave. But it makes sense because Ellie chose revenge over her. Even though, at the end, she didn't even choose revenge. Yeah. Like, that part. Her deciding to spare Abby. That's shitty. Like Abby should have deserved to die, in my opinion. Like just because she's being hung on a post and she's, blah 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 blah. I don't care. I did it though. I beat it. Wow. I'm just like, insane, crazy shit. Wow. What a shitty ending. Hands down, the most well-written shitty ending I've ever seen in my life. And that's a compliment, Neil Druckmann, okay? I'm actually gonna clap a little bit because it was actually a really very well done game. Like the character animations were insane. Yeah, the environments were insane. The zombies were insane. The wolves were a bunch of little bitches. Every last one of them deserved to die. The scars were fucked up, and they were the most terrifying human AIs I've ever seen in my life. The side characters were okay. Yeah, they made me go through all that bullshit fighting that thing for nothing. Just to have that character die. Alright, well, I'll see you guys on the next game.